Oh yeah. Oh, this is a better fish. Oh yeah. Yep. I love my PDL. Alright. Come here, baby. Alright, that's about a 3-pound fish right there. Yeah. Going back, have fun. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. We are going to be doing something a little different here. We're going to be doing an Old Town Sportsman PDL 120 review while fishing. We're going to be going over some of the pros and cons. I've been fishing this kayak for right at 8 months now. I can't say I've been taking the best of care of it, but it's holding up really well. So we're going to go through some of these things. I'm going to get it unloaded, get it in the water. Before we do that, I'm going to kind of go through some of the areas, some of the accessories it's got on it, some of the ways I personalized it. But I'm going to get it out of the truck. All right. It's not very heavy, especially if you park it right. All right, let's go through some of the things that I personalized on the kayak. First, we're gonna get you can hear the two-sided tape. It's getting a little old. I need to change it out, but I want to show you this. I really love the battery box here. You can see how the battery box fits it really well. The only thing you really have to do to make this work is for the power. Here, I'll put it in front of here. You just have to connect this connector so it can fit the battery box itself. There's the female end, there's the male end for connector. That's just the power. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in and get it ready to fish. But there's not much to it. I haven't charged it in a couple of, well, this will be my 3rd trip on it, so I'm hoping it holds up well. But let's go ahead and get this put in. And as you can see, I've got it coming up from the transducer into here. I really want to keep it nice and dry, so I put it in this Elephant Cases battery box. And in the description, all the items that I use, I'm going to put it in the description so you can see where I got it. Got most of it off of Amazon. So, all right, and yeah, this closes up on this, but it's not a problem. It's nice and soft around the lip of the dry box lid. I have nothing fancy here. I was gonna wipe it down, but nothing fancy, but it's a Hummingbird PiranhaMax4. Gives me everything I need. You know, the water depths, temperature, fish. If there's cover, you can see schools of minnows. To me, it works great. I actually fit it on a Hummingbird Helix mount because I planned on getting a Helix. As you can see, there's the mount, so it's a little off on the mount. It works like a champ though. So the mount is a Yak Attack mount for a Hummingbird Helix. Works great. Also, my GoPro, I've got it mounted on a Yak Attack mount there. It works great. It's very sturdy. That, and see on my head, I have a GoPro 10 on my head, GoPro 9 on the mount. They both work great. If you look at my videos, I think they're pretty good quality. The negative about GoPros is, probably everyone knows this, is the fact that they do overheat, and here in the Florida sun, they overheat quite a bit. All right, what else do I have here? I don't use anything fancy for my lures or anything. I have this backpack that I use, which always comes in handy. I will show you at the end of the video, or I might even move it to the beginning. I have a Arctic cooler, a softback cooler, that I now use for live bait whenever I fish inshore. I use the Arctic cooler. I have a bubbler that is mounted to it, and it comes through the top. It's pretty awesome. Have a fish bag that sometimes when I'm inshore, when I want to keep the fish, I also have on here. So I'm going pretty light today. I'm going to be using 3 rods today. If anyone knows me, they know that my reel of choice is the Abu Garcia Revo SX. So yes, I have it on 2 of my different rods. I have an Ugly Stick Shakespeare that I'm using, and a Cadence CR7, which is a medium extra fast rod. All right, let's keep moving. Today, like I said, it's not as much about the fishing, but we are doing some fishing. So of course it's always about catching the fish, but not today necessarily. All right. Oh, the paddle I'm using, I have a inflatable kayak that I just use this paddle. It's a breakdown paddle. It works just fine. I only use it whenever I get too shallow and I need to bring up my PDL drive, which, let's go ahead and put that on before I put on my vest and stuff. All right, so here's the PDL drive. It is an outstanding system. You really don't get too tired. So you just set it on there, you turn these locking clips here, and you're ready to rock and roll. The drive has a dry box storage where I keep my keys, which, let me lock my truck. I'm going to put my keys in. I'm going to put my phone in, and if I have my wallet, I always put my wallet. GoPro batteries, I just keep them in a little baggie, so whenever I'm done with them, I just kind of leave them in there. Also has this little bungee for your phone or whatever you want to put on here. It works great. Let's see, what am I missing? Oh, under the seat, I always carry a net. So you know what, I may open up the net because I'm just going to leave it back here just for easy access. And something else, just when we get, say, a gar or something, I've got these grippers, and I usually leave them under my seat. There's a little pocket nobody ever really tells you about. You see this pocket? Well, it's great, but I I have lost my sunglasses that I put there and forgot about them, and then drove my truck and I think they blew out, so that kind of sucks. All right, so let's get our baits and stuff ready. What we're going to use today, we're going to use some soft plastics. Something I always do here. Let me put the line there. All right, I've got my pliers that I clip to this rubber piece, and then I actually take the clip and clip it on, make it secure. All right, let's find the baits we're going to use today. May use a frog. May use Arkansas shiner. I'll go ahead and put this scale in here. All right, peanut butter jelly Cincos. May use those this morning. I got my Onyx life jacket, which is very comfortable. All right, so you see it's not too, pretty easy. All right, this is the only concerning moment for me. Dragging it into deep water, and my legs are gonna get really yucky too, so here we go. Turn on our depth finder. Wipe down a little bit. Alright. There's a locking mechanism down here to lock the drive in. I'm going to get out of this mess real quick. I'm going to drop my rudder in the back. That's right here on my right side. Take my shoes off because the pedals, oh, they're great for your feet. There's other pedals that you can buy with more grip and stuff. There's no way I would do that. They already use the best. Like I said, today is not all about the fishing. I do love the fishing, and we are going to be fishing, but it's to tell you about the kayak a little more, and some of the, like the Hummingbird PiranhaMax4, which is made, I mean, for these. The transducer mount's really easy. As you can see some minnows, little fish. Water temperature is 86 degrees this morning. I've got my camera here to do a little filming. The boat itself, I call it a boat, the kayak itself, I don't keep it as clean as I should. I do a lot of saltwater fishing too, so I'm waiting to see how that catches up on me. I've had this kayak now for 8 months, and I, even though my fishing channel don't have a lot of subscribers, just over 1,000, I fish pretty constant. I fish at least 3 times a week, probably 4 or 5 times a week actually. I fish hard. I fish freshwater and I fish saltwater inshore. The saltwater inshore, I fish around a lot of docks and around a lot of posts, and by doing that I'm hitting a lot of crustaceans and things, and I've got some good little cuts on the side, and maybe I'll show you some of those a little bit later. Everything is holding up well. I haven't had anything break. I had one of the end caps is missing on my drive, but really doesn't do a whole lot. It probably does help the strength, but it ain't like I'm throwing it around. So if I had it to do all over again, I would buy the same kayak. And the reason I say that, there is a time and place. My buddy Jared, he has the motor driven, which is the Minn Kota driven, I think that's what it's called. I forget what they're called, but he's got the 120 size length, the 12-foot length like this, and he also has the 106, which is the, I think it's 10-foot something, for his wife. And there is a time for the one he's got. He has spot lock, which in high wind or a lot of inshore, because there's always a current, there's always, you know, something going on. It would be great to spot lock at times. What I have to do is I have to either lean up against a pole or you know, or pedal, which it is very easy, and you never get really tired of pedaling these things, but you've got to do one or the other. So yeah, there's a place for spot lock. Me, I'm a little heftier fella, so I really love the pedal drive because I like getting the exercise. That's part of the reason I'm out here anyway. This Old Town Sportsman PDL 120 pedal drive is very easy to maneuver. You've got your rudder control on your left. It's actually faster than the Minn Kota drive. I don't know for how long you could keep the speed up, but it is faster. More maneuverable, I don't know, I doubt it. Now these, you can lay these rods down. I lay mine over, my eye hangs over my cables from my fish finder, and it sets perfectly. But they also do have these grooves for rod holders as well. I forgot my drink. Well, that's gonna suck really bad. All right, let's talk a little bit about the seat. The seat, you can, I've read a couple of different places, and also saw videos where people complain about the seat being uncomfortable. Well, I get uncomfortable. My butt gets to hurting at times in other areas, like other seating areas. This seat is great for me. Got a hit. I really enjoy this seat, and I've never gotten out of the kayak feeling like my butt's hurting or anything. So I always really enjoy this kayak, this seat. I guess, everybody's different. So if you read or hear other people saying the seat bothers them, just know it doesn't bother me. I'm very comfortable in this kayak. Let's talk a little bit about how it's holding up over the 8 months. Like I said earlier, I've been fishing this for 8 months. 8 months doesn't seem like a long time. A lot of people put them in their garage, and sort of like my old Mustang, they're a garage queen. Well, this is a workhorse. I fish 3-4 days a week, hard fishing, saltwater, freshwater, and this has held up really well. I do have some scratches on it. Some places I had to drag it into, it's probably got scratches on the bottom. I haven't had any defects in the motor. The motor's held up well. The rudder has held up well. I don't always clean it like I should, so I've got a little tarnishing going on the cables of the rudder. But the screws, none of them have rust on them. I mean, you can see the channels down through here. They look good and clean. And like I said, I do not clean this thing, and probably should spray it down, but I don't spray it down all the time when I'm done using it. So yeah, I'm at fault how I treat it, but 8 months and I have no problems, no complaints about how it's holding up. Let's see, is anything messed up on this thing? No, nothing is messed up. I'm a big fella. I feel comfortable standing up in this kayak. I do it quite often. Yeah, I'm just comfortable doing it, so that is not an issue either. Let's see what we got. That's not a bad little bass. Got that on the peanut butter and jelly I was dragging behind me.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now
oh yeah,
it's time to look at the enemy.
Oh, this is a better fish. Oh yeah.
It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe
I love my PDL.
it's everything. You can mold, shape, find
all right,
anything.
come here, baby.
Takes is some time and some clarity to
All right,
find
that's
your
a
identity.
3-pound
It's
fish right
mind
there.
over everything.
2 or 3. Either way, that's nice. All right, I love my PDL.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
All right. Pretty little fish. This peanut butter jelly hanging off the back is killing it. I mean, they're not big fish, but
I'm so gone. No, I'm never turning back. I won't stop. I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad.
catching the fish though.
You will never see me crack. If you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack.
Yard.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Not much to it.
Like this, I'm immortal.
They're behind it. Oh. As soon as they hit the water. That's a better fit. Ah. Ooh. Well, the goal today was to show you the Old Town Sportsman PDL 120, and I think I've done it. I've tried to answer all the questions that you could have or you would have as a fisherman. That's how I use it. I'm hardcore fisherman, freshwater, saltwater, everything. So this thing takes a beating, and for 8 months it has. I haven't had to tighten up any screws. I've not had to fix anything with the rudder in the back. I've not had to do anything with the prop other than get line out of it that I've got in it myself. It is a sturdy, all-around good kayak. I feel comfortable standing up in it. I feel comfortable sitting down in it. Like today, we've spent a couple hours on the water, not a whole lot, and I feel good. The only reason I'm pretty much done today fishing, I forgot my water. In no way am I sponsored by Old Town or any other kayak vendor, any outfitters. I am not sponsored by anyone. I've just over 1,000 subscribers, so no one's beating my doors down. So I just want to put out there that I'm saying I love this kayak because I love this kayak, not because anybody's telling me to or I should. I would not stop fishing this kayak if somebody was going to give me a free one to fish. That's how much I like it. It's stable, it is solid, and I feel very safe and comfortable. If anyone has questions, please comment and I will get back to you quick. I reply very quick to comments. Just wanting those of you looking for a kayak to know, if you buy this one, you're getting a good one. We're out of the water in the truck on the way home. It was a slow day of fishing, but a good day to review and just talk about the kayak. The Old Town Sportsman PDL 120 is, in my opinion, after 8 months of fishing it and fishing other kayaks in the past, it is absolutely the best kayak on the market. I'm going to plug the Silent Sports Outfitters that sold me my kayak because they were just a great group of people. There's two guys really that mainly work there. I can't remember their names right now, but they treated me with nothing but respect, and I'd go back in a minute. So if you're in Southwest Florida, the Nokomis, Florida, or Osprey, Florida area, go to Silent Sports Outfitters. They'll take good care of you. I bought my kayak there. My buddy Jared bought 2 kayaks there, and they are nothing but top-notch people.